Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go. Check. Lucky.
Miles Sanders' first carry of the game. And right away, he lost the football. But I think Brown was able to recover, and they'll indeed hold on to the ball here. So now they have to contend with second and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now Rosen. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Let's go, baby.
A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Mike 7. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. 7's a Mike. Mike 7.
They'll look to throw on first down to Josh Rosen. A big loss here as he's taken down. D Ford, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Hey, exit.
After the sack on first down, Rosen toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin, and it's third down.
So many qualities coaches tick off when they talk about, hey, what is it going to take to make an excellent quarterback? Accuracy has to rank near the top of every list.
Talk about arm strength, that's great. Mobility, great, but you need that accuracy in there. That one well in front of his man.
Yeah, now they got to face a big third down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Rosen will throw. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Mike 10. Mike 10. Alert. Stop. Mike 10 over here, guys. Mike 10. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Throwing on first down is Allen. He completes it to Boyd. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Here's Allen. Open here, Adam Thielen. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 23 yards the pickup there.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Alert! Hey, Charlie!
Monday. Here we go.
Allen now on first down. To the end zone, but It's incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Allen to throw. Going to throw again. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Jonnu Smith, his 6th touchdown of the season. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Parkey with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The Browns drive about to get started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They'll punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Monday.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there.
Monday.
In your face.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rosen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dee Ford make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, he popped up shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together. I bet you it got galvanized in the locker room and pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first.
How many times do we say in this game is speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways. In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
On the ground, it's Donovan. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On the ball. Here we go.
58, boys, 58.
Hey, wahoo!
On 2nd and 9. Allen, complete. Smith has it. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. From the gun, it's Allen. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 29-yard line. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Come get some.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. I've got Mike Tcagle. I'm here all day. I'm here all day. 49. Check 49. Check 49.
On first down, it's Thomas. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the two tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
Just like that. Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right.
Half 85. Half 85.
Check, check. Mike 4. Mike 4. Ready?
Go. Go.
Mike 4.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Big Shaq Lawson gets the sack there.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4.
Hey, Delta.
Mike 4.
Here's Allen to throw it. He's got Smith here. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
On 3rd down, it's Thomas. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
You draw quarters.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Parkey adds the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Browns drive about to get started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Cordray Tankersley to the pick. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
We talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover him so well. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Mike. 180. Go 58 to Mike. Know your job. 58, boys. 58. 58. Mike. Pick it up, guys. Let's go.
On second and 11 now. Allen. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down.
56, 56.
Who that? 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Hey, tight. Half 10.
We got this.
On first down, Allen. In a double coverage, and it's intercepted. And I do believe this is going to wind up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? Wow, what a disaster. You talk about a guy making a good play on the interception and then just trying to be too cute on the return.
It almost felt like his own gyroscope really got out of whack, didn't it? Going backwards into your own end zone after such a great play. Totally disoriented and gave up 2 points for his team.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 42 yards.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
He's coming, double up.
Here's Allen on first and 10. And this will complete to Smith.
You don't want no problem. You don't want no problem from me.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
Check nine.
On second down, it's Thomas. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
A lot of attention paid this week in practice to red zone offense. The coach was optimistic about how it went. We'll see.
They're going to need some therapy after this. 58,
First down, they're going to throw without it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Now Thomas. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Don't be mad. It's more coming. This is where it came from.
Mike, they're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football. Shit. Slay. No. Me.
Monday. Hey, Foxtrot.
They run to Thomas. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The kick by Parkey is good, And that will stretch the lead to 3 scores now at 19-0. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. Well, they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
It's caught. Smith. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Allen now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's first and 10.
Middle.
Mike 9.
Greystone, Travis.
You ready? Check nickel.
Now Allen. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. And what can they do here on second and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. This is Thomas. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Parkey with the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Browns take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. But normally I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on first down. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, so time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Not here. Alert, alert, alert.
Hey, Haywood.
To throw again. Allen lets it fly for Thielen. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 68 yards.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
I've got Mike Ray 19.
I can't believe they let you play.
Middle.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Check, 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 check. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash, crash. Here we go.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Parkey adds the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9. At their 40-yard line.
Get quarter. Check. Cross. Cross.
Now a carry for Sanders. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
You must be dreaming.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Well, he almost did that himself, but it looks like he's about a foot or two short. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. They'll run with a forward Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Squeeze, squeeze, double, double. Check.
And they'll throw it with Rosen. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Now seven interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
They'll run on first down. Thomas. Tackle made by Demarius Randall.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
At the 43-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Regular.
Allen now looks to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Adam Thielen, his 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys continue to pour it on. Parkey with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Winston now. That's going to let this go. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Nico Hardman with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns able to get this one back to within at least some measure of respectability. McManus's point after is good. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. And they will not get a chance to return. This one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The last time out, another touchdown. I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this was just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport. The road to be fairly clear. Every time you have to leave the booth.
Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
The throw over the middle, taken in. A gain there of 21 yards.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Hey, we gotta get
Now Allen throwing on first down. Going deep for Hopkins. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense. Check it out. That's
Allen to throw again. Lets it fly for Thielen. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Browns drive about to get started. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do. No doubt. Oh, he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. It's going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point.
You ready?
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Allen now, perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That good for 22 and a first down. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you take a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Around 80. Double up. Done. Half 10.
Hey, exit.
10's the mic. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
No. Pilot, 64, weak.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Jonnu Smith, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Parkey adds the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Pittsburgh. The Browns drive about to get started. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Winston. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They'll run with Sanders. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. The ball's still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run, so now a little soul searching on fourth down. And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Play fake. Winston. Caught by the tight end Ertz. Big yardage there for the Browns. 18.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Browns.
Flip it, flip it, flip it.
The first down throw for Winston. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
And the Browns, first down.
Time ready. Blue ready.
I got him. I got double time.
Green, triple team.
4 down, 4 down. Watch Twiz. Watch Twiz it.
Sonic. Let's go.
First down, Winston. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Marquise Goodwin, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Extra point from McManus is good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. The Steelers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19.
Buzz.
Working out of the shotgun, here's Allen. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Fletcher Cox, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Browns drive about to get started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Well, here's a good way to to kick off a drive complete over the middle. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. That last catch short the marker by just a yard, leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Running right, here's Sanders. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Remember, as they try to run the ball down here, Charles, this is the number 2 rush defense in the league.
So do you accept the challenge up front? Do you get your offensive line together, get your tight end in the ball game and say, I don't care that they're number 2. Let's go ahead and show them that we can run the ball anyway? Or do you do the best thing and throw the darn thing and try and get in the end zone?
Maybe that's wiser. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. McManus's point after is good, and that will get him one closer.
49, Browns 21.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. He gets it to Thomas. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
I got you. I got you.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 32-yard line. Tonight's final score.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Steelers, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Browns, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
S-T-R-O. Yeah. How many of y'all came to win? Oh, they asking my name, huh? You ready? S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you. Yeah. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up. Yeah. I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. Yeah. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support ride. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time, another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries, competition.